Fire and wear sarongs. Female Fight Club. We grease up. Surprise! Beat the crap out of her. I don't hate it.
Vegas it is.
I had a dream last night that we went down. Oh, God. You were in it. What?
Excuse me, ma'am. Please return to your seat.
She's not great at flying.
I have something that might help you relax.
I'm ready to party! Oh, yeah.
You should come to Lillian's wedding with me.
No.
Oh, this is some classy. Jeez, Megan. I'm sorry, I want to apologize. I'm not even confident of which end that came out of.
Hello, I'm Thomas Carruthers, and today we have two new first guests. We have, yay! Yay. Do you remember when we watched the first 40 minutes of this movie and then we all went to bed or whatever?
Did we?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. I think there was it was drinking. I can't remember. There was drinking involved. Say hello, Leanne. It's alphabetical. Don't get annoyed. I could see your face before you even said anything. H-I-J. That's a lie. Say goodbye, Leanne.
Bye.
J is first. Jazz, say hello.
Hey.
Leanne, now say hello. This is the most organic.
Hello.
I'm holding my stuffed animal. Is that okay?
Oh,
is that the
It's
depressed
Nana
dog?
from Peter Pan.
Oh, right. I don't know. Maybe Nana was depressed.
She probably is.
Okay, I've got my stuffed toy as well.
Yeah,
Let me get my
make a
monkey.
guess.
I've got a monkey. I won at a quiz. Oh my!
For the listeners at home who aren't watching this,
Who are watching us on the very popular medium of Spotify?
Of course, of course.
I have a monkey that I won in a quiz.
Aw. Isn't that the one from PG Tips?
No.
Oh, well, it looks like him.
Okay, where am I going to prop?
Just like split his legs and like wear him like over your shoulders.
Please.
Oh, yes, that head's too big.
oh,
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Oh, it's not going to work.
We look insane.
Okay, so we've all had our animals. You've already thrown us entirely off the rails. I should be talking about the movie.
this is sorry.
Jazz, Leanne, this was supposed to be a huge, big girls thing, but everybody has lives.
I have a life, and
Yes,
my
you
life
do.
is Bridesmaids. So
Yeah,
Devote.
exactly. Segue. Good segue.
Oh, that's very good. It's really weird because we're actually talking about Schindler's List.
okay.
10-minute stretch.
Then I realised that people listen to this podcast.
You are sorely mistaken.
No, people listen to it because it's me. I'll get you an audience.
It's all about me. It's all about Jazz.
This one comes out the 31st of August next year.
What does?
This
Goodness.
episode.
Next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Graduated by then.
You could have, you could be dead. This is the problem, is that I literally, I have to plan things ahead
Wow.
with the job.
I thought it was going to come out soon. I was telling all my nan about it.
No,
You're going to have to release it sooner.
I can't release it sooner. We have a schedule.
I don't care.
You
My
know what's
nan
really,
is expecting to hear this.
well, she can listen to the other ones and just
She's
pretend.
old.
Don't make that. Don't say that. Don't put that on me. You know what's really funny is that we're doing episodes. They'll have already come out by now, and maybe she's already died. But Will, as we've been doing Sondheim episodes, and Will hates Angela Lansbury. And every single time he rails into Angela Lansbury, I always remind him, these episodes are coming out from a year from now. and I don't say it, but I want him to know that every
Touch
time
wood.
Yeah, touch wood that Angela Lansbury hasn't passed. Who knows? Maybe she has. Bridesmaids. Do you remember your first time with Bridesmaids? alphabetical, Jazz?
I do. I watched it with my mum and my sister because, well, my mum's a bit off the rails, and she just let me and my sister watch whatever we wanted, and Bridesmaids was on the agenda. No, but it's like, you know, some parents are like, my kids can't watch EastEnders. My mum was like, do what you want. So I don't know, but maybe some conservative listeners.
Fuck them. I think, honestly, my kids are going to be terrible. I'm going to show them things so early, but I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. Boy in the striped pajamas. Have I told you Boy in the Striped Pajamas story? When we watched that in primary school, they sent out a flyer to all the parents saying that we're going to watch Boy in the Striped Pajamas, but we can take the kids out for the final 10 minutes.
Yes, you did tell us this.
So there were like 2 kids who just left. And so for them, it was just like, let's go find my dad. And then they paused it and were like, okay, we're going to have a wee break now. Jazz, Leanne, do you want to leave? So for them, it was this really happy, touching ending.
Nice little story.
Yeah, nice little ending. And who knows, maybe removing 15 minutes from Bridesmaids could have helped. The
end is the best part. The song.
The ending is not the best part at all. That is the
ending is the wedding dressing scene. When they go shopping for wedding dresses, that's the best scene.
That's the second best scene. The best scene. I genuinely. Well, we'll get there. Leanne, do you remember the first time you saw Bridesmaids?
Yeah. So the first time I saw Bridesmaids was I was going to go to a sleepover, and I was like, how old was I? I was probably like 12. I remember my friend's mum sent a text to my mum asking permission to watch it. Kind of like Boy in the Striped Pajamas vibes. But
Can we start making that a thing? Real Boy in the Striped Pajamas vibes.
So yeah, that was the first rude film that I'd ever watched. So that the first proper rude film I watched was Bridesmaids at a friend's sleepover.
By rude, you mean sex, swearing, cussing.
The real eye opener. Leanne was just there like, what?
What's going on?
Because you are straight into it.
Yeah, it's the first scene.
It's hilarious.
I
remember watching that as a kid and being like, what the fuck? Yes. Well, I didn't even know the word fuck existed back then, but you know.
Well, I can't remember the first time I watched Bridesmaids properly. It was also, this is one of those movies where I've watched I want to say engagement party to the plane conservatively like 50 times, like flicking channels. I've watched that so many times. The amount I remember the ending. I obviously know that there's Wilson Phillips, but then for the final 3 minutes, I was like, no, I know she does get with Chris O'Dowd, but what's the final moment of the film?
The final scene of the film is
No, I know. I watched it half an hour ago.
So why are you asking?
No, earlier in the film, I was like, oh, wait a minute, what is the final bit?
Well, it's kind of obvious, isn't it? They're not just going to leave it with them not being friends, like.
No, but I know. I mean, I just legitimately didn't know what the ending was. Like, what was the final moment?
When they drive off in the little.
Yeah, I legitimately just couldn't remember what it was. Anyway, and for me, because the final 40 minutes of the film does drag.
Yeah, when there's the montage of her making the cake and the raccoon eating it.
There are a lot of highlights amongst it, but the second hour does drag once they are forcibly landed in Wyoming. It's a matter of, whereas the first hour is somewhat lights out, just absolute knockout, perfect hour. The second hour is diamonds across a drawn out path, shall we say.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah. We did watch it, and then we all just went to bed because after the plane, it drags. And
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
think we were just like, oh well, not really much
it's-
happens
Oh,
now.
oh no, we did watch it.
yeah.
Oh, I thought we watched till the end. Well, most of us watched till the end. I think I watched till the
I
end.
didn't watch to the end. I definitely know I left.
I left because I.
It's just me by myself.
Just Leanne in the kitchen.
What was your favourite movie memory of us in that kitchen?
You throwing a strop about Finn and Lauren not watching the end of Titanic.
And I was even there.
We're not telling that story.
I love that story.
I didn't pull a strop. No, because you were there. You two were there. You stuck it out.
Yeah,
Then
I was
they
like,
came
"Wow,
back."
Titanic. I bought the movie.
I know. They came back then, and she's like, they came back. I think it was the. Well, no, anyway.
No, I take that back. Sorry, I would like to retract my answer. It's Miss
Okay.
Saigon. That's my favorite.
Yes, that was good. That was a good Sunday. Was that Nando's or was that a curry?
That was Nando's.
Oh, that was a good Sunday. And then we ended up sitting in the hallway for like a good half an hour.
That was a really
more.
nice night.
Oh, that was lovely. Now I only like one person I live with and despise adamantly one of them, and one guy's just fine. Where are we? Bridesmaids. It's okay. Nobody listens to this. And well, no, they can hear. Actually, I don't think they're in, but if they are in, Bridesmaids. The first thing, sorry, let's talk about money. Leanne tried to cheat me out of £15 on a curry.
That was a very long time ago, and I did pay you in the end.
Okay.
You'll never live that down.
I
I
won't.
got so bad.
Let's talk about other monies. The budget was 32.5 million. It made 288.4 million. Huge success. Just an absolute knockout blockbuster of a comedy. And this was in a sort of noughties. I know that this is 2011, but that sort of noughties boom, the sort of Apatow comedies of your Superbad, your Hangovers, your Knocked Ups, this, where R-rated comedies were making blockbuster amounts of money, and that's just not a thing anymore. I don't want this to become a 20-minute funeral for the studio comedy, but like it's just not a thing anymore. We get then and again a comedy on Netflix, and it's just it's just not a thing anymore. The big let's all go to a comedy on a Friday night just isn't a thing. I think the last one I can think of was Long Shot. I watched Long Shot. Have you seen Long Shot with Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron where she's the president? Yeah, I watched that once and I found it very funny. And then I watched it again 2 days later because me and my girlfriend had an argument, and I said, let's just go to the cinema because then we don't have to talk. Really healthy relationship, and and it was a great comedy. But Bridesmaids, yeah, I just don't. Again, I don't want this to be a big old Tom. They don't make movies like this anymore. But it's kind of true. The studio blockbuster comedy just isn't a thing anymore. I don't know. Any highlight, Leanne, Jazmine? Are you a fan of the sort of noughties comedy era, or are you more of a 90s girls? Or
no, I'm a fan of like. Well, I don't know, because of my mum. My dad was like, his movie taste is old. Like we would watch like. What's that film? 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. That kind of.
That is old. That is what
my dad would watch. That is like his genre. Whereas my mum was like Mamma Mia, Bridesmaids,
great
Sex in the City. Like that was the vibe of my mum. And because like it was an all girls household, like we were very big on like chick flicks and like comedies. And then my stepdad's like Hangover the galore. So. In that realm.
Leanne, what are your favorite comedies, Leanne? I don't think we've ever had this conversation. When Leanne says I like, well, you do like Racing Stripes rather infamously. I remember you reading. So again, the podcast is upcoming, yes, on Racing Stripes. When I'm dead, you can do it as an in memoriam. The what does Leanne like in the world of comedy?
I'm not too sure. The one film that I remember watching with my mum was that she made me watch Bridget Jones once.
Great.
Like the second one when they're like when she like gets put in like the all
yeah, in Taiwan. Oh, because her friend who swears a lot shags a heroin drug dealer who puts drug in her veins.
Yeah. Anyway, I remember watching it because I didn't know it was Bridget Jones at the time, and then my mum came in and she was there like, oh, like dinner's ready, you got spag balls on the like table or something like that. And then she saw I was watching Bridget Jones, and then she was there like, she's like, I'll bring your dinner in here, you need to watch the rest of this. And I remember like sat in the like living room. This is like the first time ever not like eating at the table, just like, what is going on? That was like the first time. So I love like Bridget Jones. And then I don't know what other films I do enjoy.
Did you like Baby? Did you like Bridget Jones's Baby?
I did. I wouldn't say it's like a go-to.
Good film.
It's a good film. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was like, I don't know, awe-inspiring.
No. Are you a Bridget Jones as Diary or a Bridget Jones Edge of Reason person, Leanne?
Bridget Jones's Diary.
Good choice. Jazz, do you have an opinion?
My mum's obsessed with it.
One or two? Or both? We like both in this house.
One. Number one.
It's a great choice. Yes, they fucking do. But also, let's just cut the bullshit. Obviously, Colin Firth is the right choice, blah, 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 blah. But Hugh Grant is definitely funnier, sexier, more charismatic, a better fit for Bridget. There's just no way around it. They are a better match. No. And he is just a shit.
No, I agree. The only thing Colin Firth has going for him is the Mr. Darcy thing. That's it.
Yeah, and that's just his name.
Exactly.
Best 10 minute. Oh, go on.
He's so cute.
Cute.
I love him.
Cute.
I will protect him. I literally have a mug with Colin down. Oh my gosh! I literally have a picture next to it. Oh, Colin Firth that my friend gave me. Look.
Sorry, for our audio listeners, it's a framed picture of Colin Firth.
I didn't personally frame it. My friend did, but shout out
That's
to
not
Jeff.
even him and he's like peak physique.
That's like King's Speech, like
That's
doing the
like
interview.
middle-aged Colin Firth.
Then he's still, and I have a mug with his face on it downstairs as well. So it's
Donna,
just
you
like
were the first woman I ever loved, and the last. I'm here on a spontaneous holiday.
Oh, I love it.
Love
Mamma
it.
Mia, great film. Is Mamma Mia going to be the first episode we do twice? And I just have four new people on.
Obsessed with Mamma Mia.
Yeah, love Mamma Mia as well.
Great show. Bridesmaids. We start off with 10-minute stretches. Ladies, what are your nominations for 10-minute stretch? Leanne?
The plane scene.
The plane is the best comedic 10 minutes of the past 10 years. That's my hot take. Jazz, any other nominations?
Okay, close second is just the one clip. It's not even the 10-minute strip. The one clip of her shitting in the sink.
Okay, let's talk. Right, I've got my nominations. So, opening with John Hamm and wanting to slow down. And he's like, no, I want to speed up. And I don't think we're on the right rhythms here. It's like, no, it's fine. And just an ingenious comedic idea of casting the sexiest, just one of the most handsome guys in the world, John Hamm, and just having him be terrible at sex is just a hilarious concept, and I'm sure a very real one. I wouldn't know. Then the engagement party, meeting everybody, meeting Rita, and I cracked a blanket in half the other day. Meeting Becca. Disney World. We went to Disney World. We finish each other's sentences. And great. Then meeting Megan. I'm glad he's single because I'm going to climb that like a tree. And then meeting Helen in that incredible black flowing dress she's wore. Which then, of course, leads into the best part of that 10-minute stretch of the engagement party, dueling speeches.
Yes.
And
Yes, another father is great.
speaking of Consuela, we took Spanish together.
Oh,
When she starts singing, keep shining, love that, love Dionne Warwick. Then I have probably number 2 is the Brazilian restaurant Into the Wedding Dress Shop, which I famously don't like throw up and shit humor.
See, my friend, she hates Bridesmaids just because of that scene.
Yeah, I
off her for life.
I hate vomit usually. Definitely in real life. Oh, I just can't do it. But in comedy as well. I'm not a big vomit fan in comedy.
Not a big vomit fan.
I'm just not. It's just like, oh, I don't find it funny. Like Jackass. I love Jackass so much, but I always have to skip through all the shit and piss and all the vomit ones. It just doesn't do it for me.
I think it's too far with like the shit and vomit stuff. Like I think with like you don't see like she's like throws up once, but most of the time it's just like sounds like sitting on a sink.
Oh yeah. It's great.
I feel like it's done. I was about to say it's tastefully done. Who do I think I am?
Mark Commode. No, I agree with you. It's suggestive. All the comedy is in the lines. Apart from obviously Becca throwing up on Rhea's head.
Yeah.
Get out of me! Get the fuck out! Don't fucking look at me! Don't fucking look at me!
No.
And then the plane, which is for me. I genuinely think this is. What are you shaking your head at, Jazz?
No, I'm like, yeah, great.
I thought you were going to come out with the hot
enthusiasm.
But I genuinely think that is one of the funniest 10 minutes of. I think that's just up there with any comedic sequence. I think it's Kristen Wiig's tour de force performance, and then you've got the hilarious bits with Becca and Rita and Helen and Megan and the what's it called, Air Marshal, and
Stove.
But it's the yeah. No, it's not me. I think I am Mrs. Iglesias. Yes. I genuinely think obviously Melissa McCarthy was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and there's a huge history at the Oscars of sort of snubbing comedic performances, apart from in supporting fields. So Melissa McCarthy did get nominated, but this is Wiig's movie through and through. It's an absolute tour de force. I mean, she did get nominated for Best Screenplay and lost to Woody for Midnight in Paris, which is nowhere near the best Woody script. I mean, for better or for worse, powered the altar of Woody Allen. And it's just nowhere near the best Woody Allen script. And I would give it to Kristen and Annie Mumolo 10 times over every day. I have so many other moments in the plane, which we'll talk about in Best Line and Tom's weirdly specific favourite part of the film. But at this moment, Jazz, do you have a favourite moment from the plane sequence?
One that I quote daily with my sister is when she goes, "Avitisen asshole." We quote that all the time. Or "Welcome to Germany." Really? That's like my favorite section.
This is a very strict plane. You're right. Leanne, your favorite moment from the plane? Is it I am Mrs. Iglesias, as you already have commented?
Mine's definitely my name is Steve. Are you an appliance?
No, I'm a man.
Oh no, the best part. No, the bit when she goes, "Help me, I'm poor."
Yeah, I quote that as well all the time.
That is an absolute knockout. Help me, I'm poor. Everybody should experience first class once in their lives. And it shouldn't be, and it's not Annie's fault because she can't afford it. We've not talked about Rose Byrne not anywhere near enough as what I want to talk about. Rose. Again, this is another case where I know that I have terrible taste in women and will end up divorced multiple times because I find nobody more attractive and more funny and brilliant than Rose Byrne as Helen. And I know that I have a terrible type. I just know that. You don't need to tell me. And maybe this is cruel to my current beau, but I just absolutely, God. You know what the best acting I've ever done is I was watching Bridesmaids earlier next to somebody I'm seeing and not audibly gasping every time Rose Byrne walks on screen. Just not going, wow. We watched Gone Girl. Have you seen Gone Girl, Jazz, Leanne?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Jazz, I have never related, like, oh my God, I am Amy and Nick. I am the worst parts of both those people. How much am I like Nick? Just in like blind ignorance and just like, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. And how much am I like Amy with my anal C and my OCD?
Yeah. You're their love child.
I maybe. Ooh, the ending. Any other and then obviously I have a nomination for the bridal shower in Paris and the final snap. And are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Into the big breakdown. But I mean, it's the plane. Jazz, are you going to come out with a hot take argument, or are you going to come and join us on the plane?
I'm fine. I'm joining you on the plane. Why do you always act like I have to like attack things?
It's strong. It's strong. Now we talk about those weirdly specific moments in the film that, after years and years of watching it, those weirdly specific moments that stick out. I mean, I've got plenty. Leanne, before I start taking them all, what have always been those little weirdly specific moments that you've always enjoyed?
Probably, I like the bit when she has like all 9 dogs. Like Megan has all 9 dogs. She's like,
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Or when and then the bit's like, I took 9.
I took 9.
9.
I realize I'm more of a 6 sort of person, but
Megan with the dogs just is the best.
Just
with
a great party favor.
Like,
yeah, I already took 2. Jazz, your weirdly specific favorite parts?
Mine is that Helen's stepson is played by the guy who's in Victorious, who plays Robbie in Victorious.
Oh yeah,
and it's just like whenever I see him, I'm just like, yeah.
Fuck
it's
off,
like the little
Helen.
tennis scene. I like that little scene. And the mum who goes to AA even though she's never drank alcohol.
Jim
Love
Clayburgh.
her.
Let's talk about Jim Clayburgh. Jim. Sorry, I didn't know Jill transitioned. No, Jill Clayburgh died a year. Sorry, that was dark. Jill Clayburgh died a year within within the film's release. Obviously, huge. I don't know. Obviously, huge star of 70s films. An unmarried woman. She's great in. Just a real knockout in the 70s. Again, I don't want to go on a Rose Byrne tangent here, but just an absolute knockout lady. And she's hilarious. I forgot how hilarious she was. And honestly, if there is a moving around of stuff and an adding and subtracting, it should be more stuff with her mum.
Yeah.
I know that there's like the extended cut, which has more stuff with the mum, which I don't watch, but or maybe I do watch. This is another one where it's like I watch it on TV and then I watch it on the Blu-ray, and sometimes they have the extended cut and sometimes they don't, and I have no idea anymore what's in it and what's not. Well, yeah, we'll talk about Jill Clayburgh in a minute. Tom's Willis' specific favorite parts of the film: John Hamm's sex face, Annie putting on makeup in the morning. Oh, Dan, you come up with the best nicknames. Pouring the frozen peas on her tattoo. you've got to put them on all of her mum's paintings. Honestly, a joke I completely forgot about and burst out laughing today. Sorry, is this your husband? And the hard cut to her with the turtleneck band. Yeah. Do you want to go for a walk later? No, I'm all right. And then again later with Megan, and it's the tallest black man you've ever seen in a sailor's outfit. It's hilarious. Helen's big black dress. Oh, right. You know what this does absolutely perfectly, which I think it's a really well-written script. That's undeniable. And one of the first things that really gets you to hate Helen is and Dudley, oh sorry, inside joke. Inside jokes are the worst things in the world. I hate inside jokes. Well, I'm sure you've heard what do I say whenever, I'm sure I've said it a million times in front of you. Can you remember?
What?
When people do inside jokes, I always go, you know what's great about an inside joke is that everybody can enjoy it. because I hate inside jokes. I hate inside jokes so much. They are so annoying.
How it's an inside joke. I don't mind if like if people laugh at something, it is quite funny. But if they go, "Oh, it's an inside joke," don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
that is like so
okay.
annoying.
That's like the first Helen thing, where you're like, "Oh, this okay, here we go." The best part of the dueling speech is Helen having her own mic. Going back on, just one more thing. She's got her own mic. Them considering ideas for the bridal shower. Okay, Fight Club. We'll just surprise her. You know, we beat the shit out of her. I love them going to Bride on Blanc or whatever it's called. Yeah, no, we're here to shop. She just doesn't have a reservation. And then Whitney, it's Helen Harris. Oh, look away! Don't you fucking look at me. Eating the almond. As a matter of fact,
Oh yeah, that's good.
I'm hungry.
That makes me feel so ill though watching it.
It's great. Can this George Glass do this to you? And he just starts randomly stroking her boob, just in the most I guess that's doing something. And his face as well. It's great. On the plane, great moments. Shove a gun up your ass. I didn't say up. The best plane moment. I've been holding on to it for this long. How have you not said it? You do.
Which bit's that? You do?
You
What?
do.
Oh no! I know
When Helen's like, you know, I know the pilot, so it's like you do. No, it's not. I know the pilot. What does she say, Jazz? She's doing another brag. She's doing another brag.
She's bragging about something, and she's like, "Oh, you do?
You do?
Like,
Oh, you do?" Into welcome to Germany.
Oh, I love
Catch you
it.
on the flip side, motherfucker. That's the one that we quote in the family a lot. Right next, I have the butterfly in the invite in those little boxes. Again, just absolute perfection. And then one of my nominations for best single minute, which we'll talk about later, but the kid in the jewelry store, and my favorite part of that. Yes, I'm sure you're very popular. Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? Just the absolute perfect moment to finally just drop it and just, are you kidding me? And then lesbian. I enjoy that. John Hamm again pulling out no stops here, driving up. Boom! What's up, fuck buddy? Helen, when she's crying later, and she's talking about how maybe it's not all Annie's fault, and she goes, and I don't think the food was your fault either. And Annie going, no, it was definitely I shit my pants on the way home. It was definitely the food. And the dad, and the dad at the wedding talking about Wilson Phillips. I ain't paying for this shit. Very funny. Very funny. Any other specific moments before we move on?
When I can't remember the actress's name, but her best mate runs across the street and starts shitting in the middle, and she goes, "Oh, you're doing it. You're shitting in the street."
That's Maya Rudolph, SNL alum. Of course, close friends with Kristen Wiig, and that's one of those things. I mean, obviously, actors can act, but Maya Rudolph and Kristen Wiig are genuinely good friends, and there is that sort of inbuilt history. You can feel that chemistry. It just works a treat. Soundtrack corner. So we split this two ways: best use of a song and best song full stop. So let's talk about best use of a song. I've got two nominations: singing "That's What Friends Are For" in the dueling speeches, and then "I've Just Begun" by Britney. I love that moment. I've always loved it. When they're coming around the corner, and then the paralleling of that when they're in Wyoming. Best nominations for best use of a song, Leanne.
Well, I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to the music.
Fair enough. Jazz?
About it.
By best use of a song, what do you mean? Like
best use of a song. Like best song full stop is probably Dirty Deeds Done Done Cheap. That's like an incredible just song. Rip Her to Shreds by Blondie, an incredible song. We've not talked about Hold On yet, and you opened this by saying that that's the best part
Yeah,
of the
no,
movie.
I was about to say the Wilson Phillips song at the end. That's got to be the best part. Me and my sister know the entire routine that they do on the little podiums, where they're like, do, 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 do. Like,
Of course you do, because it's lyric choreography. Of course you know all
Is
the... Yeah, hold on a tear, have a tear, or whatever. Of course you know all the... Because
I know it as the Bridesmaids choreography, because like I'm not a Wilson Phillips fan, I'm a Bridesmaids fan.
You're not a Phil hard?
Well, my mum like listens to them, but like I'm not like a fan. I'm not like, yeah, Wilson Phillips. Like,
yeah, I'll be honest. It's just, I mean, it's hilarious as another final gag with Helen of like, oh my God, she's managed to get Wilson Phillips. I really do just think it slowly tails out, and it never has a big, you know what it is? And it's the thing that The Hangover does perfectly, is that Hangover tails out once they get to the wedding, because all the comedy is through. Like, there are funny bits at the wedding, but then you have them finding the photos, and you end the film with absolute hilarity. It's very hard to end a comedy on a funny note. Like even Caddyshack, one of my favorite comedies of all time, just ends with a big explosion and them all dancing, and then some guy going, hey, we're all gonna get laid. That's not a good ending, really. I mean, I love it, but like, it's very hard to end a comedy movie on a big comedy scene. It has to, so I don't know, it just sort of tails out for me.
wait, so you're saying you don't like the song? You don't like the...
No, I think it works. I think it's just a little bit anticlimactic, maybe, and that feels weird because of how climactic it feels.
Yeah.
Maybe I have terrible opinions.
I think it's like, it's just something that you like, because now when I hear the song, I associate it with Bridesmaids.
Kristen Wiig's really good at this. I mean, she didn't write Skeleton Twins, but Skeleton Twins is a very underrated movie where she is depressed and she's about to kill herself, but then she gets the call that her brother's has tried to kill himself. So she has to then stop because her brother's already slit his wrists. So it's really, really good. It's a really dark comedy and funny, and it's touching, and Bill Hader's the brother, and it's a great movie. And there's a great just full 5-minute scene in that where Bill Hader, to try and get Kristen Wiig back out of her dumps, they mime all of the ice cream trucks here. They mime all of Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now, and they just do the whole song. I really like Skeleton Twins. I think it's quite underrated. Anybody want an ice cream? Is that loud? Is that pretty loud? Or is that it's very loud, isn't it?
Like 99p.
What is your go-to ice cream van order, Jazz?
It's like a 99p but covered in sprinkles.
Good choice. You know, right, answer me this. Where's all the fudge gone?
Do you like fudge sauce?
No, that's disgusting. Fudge sticks. Where are all the fudge sticks? There used to be so many fudge sticks. Is this just a northern thing?
Yeah, like you can put like bits of fudge, like sprinkles, but it's fudge pieces. But
like a whole fudge stick, like a whole fudge.
No, that's a northern thing because we don't have that here.
You get like in fudge in little chunks.
Yeah.
Fudge sold in an ice cream van.
What, like a flake, but
like
just a whole thing of fudge?
No. Like a stick, like a flake. When you said like a flake but a stick of fudge, I was like, the whole ice cream is a stick of fudge. I have no idea. Yeah, like a flake but a stick of fudge.
Like this, like that. Those things.
No, not like a goddamn fudge bar from a finger of fudge is just a finger of fudge is just enough to give your kids a treat.
No, like the ones that come in the orange packet in the celebration.
No, she's just shown us that.
No, that wasn't that.
That was like a little like wafer thing.
Yeah.
No, it's like a fudge
We're
stick.
talking about actual fudge.
I'm talking about proper fudge, proper vanilla
so
fudge.
Like like a fudge, but like it's just longer, skinnier, like a flake, but it's not a flake. It's fudge instead of a flake.
Exactly, perfect.
In your ice cream.
In my ice cream.
I've never seen that ever.
No.
You've not lived. I'll take you all up north, and we'll go to Charlotte's ice cream parlor. and we'll
You
go
get
on
a fudge stick.
the mini golf, and we'll all go on the playground, and you'll say, "You're grown
Oh,
people." When is right? Somebody in our friendship group needs to have kids. I know we're all 20, but like somebody
Don't, because I've been proper broody these last couple of weeks.
somebody needs to have a kid so that I can be fun Uncle Tom, and I can start taking kids to like day trips. This needs to
Why don't you
happen.
take us on day trips?
No, but like Amy's grown up now. Amy was in our friendship circle. Amy came about at just the right age for us to still be able to go to like York Maze and do all these things. But now Amy's grown and she's like this ice skating champion and she's incredible. But it's like, she's not going to want to do York Maze anymore. We need children in this. We need children in this friendship group. My next category is best single minute. Again, I've got here 5 nominations. Leanne, any nominations for best single minute?
A single minute. I'm trying to think. Maybe the bit when she when Megan goes to see her and like starts attacking her. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes, slapping her.
yeah, I love that bit.
It's
It's
like biting you on the ass.
I love that bit.
Good choice. Jazz?
When the cookie falls on her.
Oh, so literally a 5-minute in a huge. That is good.
Like that just singular moment.
I have here penis talk in the cafe. I think these are very accurate accurate discussions. I've been very conservative. We don't need to have this conversation. The penis talk in the cafe is yes, I was gonna just pat myself on the back for anyway, we're not having this conversation. The it's a very funny scene. The which does the impression of the eye. It's very, very, very funny. Then we have Jill Clayburgh as the mom when she starts talking about AA. This gentleman who started blowjabbing to get crack, his name is Marvin Johnson. Fine, MJ, and he said that was his bottom, and I think that this might be your bottom. Very funny. And then what else do I have? Oh yeah, meeting the stepkids. Helen meeting the stepkids. This is the sort of first moment we see Helen as sort of flappable, as like, oh, they're so cute, they're so funny. Fuck off, Helen. And just again, you're victorious, man. I knew I recognized him. What was your go-to show on the Disney Channel? I know that wasn't on the Disney Channel.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Okay, Leanne.
I didn't have Disney Channel, so I
She was
don't know.
deprived.
What was your go-to channel on BBC Two, Leanne?
I'm trying to think of on CBBC. I don't know.
Oh, the dumping ground. That had to be Tracy Beaker.
Oh yes, Tracy Beaker, like
Yeah.
Dumping Ground. Did you ever watch that program called like Raven? And it was like
Yes.
Yes, that was good.
You know what's underrated? You know what's underrated? Game shows where the whole premise is that the people have to pretend that they're dead. Like Raven, they would just disappear. And like, you have lost your friend Leanne in the battle against the wizards. It's like, what? Leanne? She's dead? Trapped? You are trapped.
Oh, she scared me.
Yeah. You are the saboteur. You must knock down all these blocks whilst the lights are off. And then what's the other one? Oh, Floor is Lava. That's a new one on Netflix, and they have to pretend that they're just dead in lava. It's great. It's a great show. Great show.
This is the thing.
Then I have the kid at the jewelry store. I think you're old.
You're
Look like an old hag. Yeah. And then John Hamm picking Annie up at the side of the road. Oh, come on! We haven't mentioned Chris
Yeah, I was
O'Dowd
gonna
once.
say.
Is this like the worst part of the movie? As somebody who loves Chris O'Dowd with all my life, as an IT Crowd fan, this is undoubtedly like the worst part of the movie. It's not that they don't even have chemistry. I think they do. It's just like
a bit unnecessary.
it's just so lame.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to get on like a feminist pedestal and be like, why does she have to find a man? It's not that
No.
at all. It's just, I don't know what it is. Every single time, it's just like, oh, just get back to the Bridesmaids, please.
You know, he's just like there.
Yeah.
There's not really much to say about it.
It's not funny. They are cute and they are charming, but not like excessively, not like, wow. I don't know. It's just like,
Maybe it's because she's had a cycle of toxic men and he's not toxic. But then I argue that he is a bit toxic. So
he is definitely a bit toxic. I want to
was
talk
like
about
when
this
he
in
gets
Tom's
all
big
the,
question.
gets all the baking stuff. That made my skin crawl. I was like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
I was like,
That is like a serial killer. That is like,
yeah, he's creepy. He's a bit creepy.
and then he's like, oh, well, you know, it's okay. Maybe, I guess it was a bit of a curveball. I can understand. I can see that in a horror movie. and then like, you know, it was you that was flirting with me, you know. Like,
Yeah, that is that vibe.
Ugh.
yeah, I've put here. What did I put here? Tom's big question.
Why?
So what are you laughing at?
Why was he just? The big question was, why was he there?
What is the reason?
It's here. Is the cop with the baking thing a bit much? It's just so unnecessary. And also, what time did he wake up? And what time has she slept until? And how many things has he bought?
Yeah.
And he sat at the side of the bed just watching her, like.
With the cappuccino as well. And she just takes it and she's like, thank you. Like,
But that could be a funny scene, I think. That whole thing of like, oh, I've woken up early. Like, you know, it happens. You know, if you're not in a comfortable relationship, those early mornings, it's like,
awkward.
do I need to go back to sleep? How long do they sleep for? And I think that could have been a funny thing but it's not played for like comedy. It's played for like, oh, this is the cute bit. And then she has to do the whole, you don't need to fix me monologue, which kind of works, but it's also just a bit like, oh, come on, get back to the wedding. Best line. Let's do round robin. Leanne, kick us off.
Best line. I still think it's help me, I'm poor.
Help me, I'm poor. Jazz.
Welcome to Germany, just because it's beautiful. Love it.
I've seen better tennis playing in a tampon commercial. I enjoy you have 3 seconds to get back to your seat. No one can get anywhere in 3 seconds. You're setting me up for a loss already. I'm not an appliance. I'm a man, and my name is Steve. Another people we haven't even talked anywhere near enough about. You read my diary. At first, I did not know it was a diary. I thought it was a very sad handwritten book.
The thing I thought the other day, I didn't know that she was pretending to be British.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, and then it kind of clicked, and I went, wait, what?
I guess she's pretending. What do you mean she's pretending to be British? She kind of still has a. Oh yeah, she has a British accent. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, she like pretends that she has a British accent, and I never clocked that she was actually trying.
Hello, gentlemen. Look at me. I'm open for business. You know, and before you make those kinds of demands, you should put a note on your door that says, "Do not come into my room and read my diary and wear my clothes."
Also, what random casting to have Matt Lucas in it as the other roommate?
The weird roommate. Well, and also that Rebel Wilson and Matt Lucas were roommates at this time.
Were they actually?
Yes. I don't know how.
That just makes it 10 times better. I'm sorry, that just makes it better.
Really quick. Speaking of Consuela, Lily and I took Spanish together in high school, and so I would just like to say to you and everyone here, gracias para vivir en la casa, en la escuela, and gracias. Why can't you be happy for me and then go home and talk about me behind my back like a normal person? And then it's coming out of me like lava. I've got some more, don't worry. Wow, this is so awkward. I really want you to leave, but I don't know how to say it without sounding like a dick.
That is good.
I love the mum saying, that new whore, they've been married 12 years. Well, she's still a whore. I bet she greets him at the door, beaver first.
Oh, she's so good.
I love Rita talking about the I cooked a lovely dinner. And my son said to me, why don't we get pizza? And I said, we're not getting pizza. And he said, Mom, why don't you go fuck yourself? He's 9.
She's great.
She's
Rita is great.
What if we had a Pixar themed shower? We could all come as Pixar people. Again, talk about Rita, absolute knockout, maybe the best line in the film. I really don't care what dress we wear. I just really need to get off this white carpet. Underrated line, I think. Sorry, I'm just really nervous about flying. I had a terrible dream last night. We went down. You were in it. So that's Annie Mumolo who wrote it with Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, I was going to say that's who wrote it with her.
Yeah. Have we watched Barb and Star yet? Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar, the great comedy which these two wrote and made and got released over lockdown. It's very, very funny. I love bitchy Helen. There's so much more of a sense of community in Coach. And sometimes by the time we finish cleaning ourselves, he's so tired he doesn't even want to do it. Another again, bitchy Helen. And I'm much smaller than you, so I'm sure you'll handle it. Sometimes I just want to watch The Daily Show without him entering me. Help me, I'm poor. John Hamm, that cop talks weird. Come on, dingus, I've got shit to do. Take a little lap, open for biz. And again, great final moment with Megan. I put a loaded gun in Dougie's carry on. The TSA are going to tear his ass apart. Any other best lines? I mean, I said more or less the whole script.
Yeah, I think you covered it.
You covered it. Let's get negative. What's the change? I've got a couple. Do we need to talk more about Chris O'Dowd?
Not really.
It's a bit of a shame. Is the problem that it's Chris O'Dowd? I know we all love Chris O'Dowd. Is this better? Paul Rudd's in a deleted scene. Where they go on a blind date. And he's like, just great Paul Rudd. Is this movie better with Paul Rudd as Chris O'Dowd?
Yeah.
I think it is Chris O'Dowd. I don't know what it is. I know, and I love Chris O'Dowd too, but it just feels like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the Irishness.
No, but I love an Irish accent, but like, he just makes me just like, I want to like wring his neck in a little bit.
I think there are many moments that Paul Rudd could like pull off as more like, oh, I'm just an idiot. I don't know what's romantic. And I don't like Paul Rudd would play it as, is this romantic or is this far too much? I'm sorry. Whereas Chris O'Dowd is like, I made you all this baking. Why don't we bake things? Yeah. Do you want to bake a cake at 9:30 in the morning for me to eat because you're the experts? You just cook it.
I'll eat it. Ugh.
Yeah, no good. I think Maya Rudolph's a bit cringe on that. Let me take your magazines and your wines. Welcome to the magazine and wine party.
I literally quoted that today to my sister.
I find that terribly cringe. I'm sorry.
No, it is cringy, but like I think it's like
no, because then I like a lot. Do you want an apple? I enjoy that when she's trying to get the comment on the ring. So she only makes one cupcake in her little depressing, I'm going to learn how to bake again. So annoying.
What a waste.
Absolute really annoys me every time.
And what does she do with it? Because I feel like she doesn't eat cupcakes.
She just eats that one, remember? She just goes,
She doesn't eat it, does she?
She has a bite.
Yeah. She has a bite of it. Not even the whole thing. Just a bite.
Yeah, but I feel like she I don't know. I think it's a bit pointless. Like when she makes the carrot cake, it's better.
At least make 12 cupcakes. Share them around.
She doesn't even, She makes one cupcake. She needs, you know what, if she's going to make cupcakes at that speed, she needs, I don't know, like a machine that makes cupcakes.
How much, like, the proportions, like, how much egg is she going to put in? Like, a little you can't, like, crack it.
How do you make just one cupcake?
You have a cupcakeinator.
Huh? Cupcakeinator?
Have you never watched Cat in the Hat?
Yeah, when I was like,
no, I did.
The Cupcakeinator.
I got scared, so I stopped watching it.
Yeah, he's creepy.
That's great. And very on brand, Leanne. So many establishing shots of Milwaukee. Just so many establishing shots. In between every scene, there are like 3 overhead shots of city streets. There's just so many. It's just entirely unnecessary. Okay, is this just me? Is there a more stupid idea than leaving for your honeymoon at the wedding?
Yeah, I don't like people who do that.
I don't like
that
the
might just be a
people, and I
British
don't like
thing,
it. I know, because it's the same thing in Father of the Bride. Like, everybody likes Father of the Bride?
I'm impartial to it.
I've never watched it.
Ooh, don't like that, Jazz.
I've only watched it once and I got emotional, so I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Oh, so you liked it a lot, you just can't face emotion.
Yeah, basically. That pretty much sums me up as a person.
And where do you think this started, Jazz?
Wrap this.
Welcome to Therapy Cast. We should do a surprise intervention on somebody, but make it a podcast.
Who?
I don't know.
Michael.
What should we give Eve an intervention on? I'm glad that Eve's not here because we would have just bullied her.
Oh yeah,
Really true.
honestly, I'm glad Eve's not here. She's gonna ruin the vibe.
We're having a good old time. We're just talking about bridesmaids. No, because I would have just ended up bullying her. By the time that this is released, it will have been a year and a bit since I made the jokes at the final speech party. And
Tom, they're not bad, are they?
no.
Do you not remember last year at the flat dinner?
Why did she not like those?
I think.
Oh, this is great. And we're back. The what were we talking about?
Oh,
going to a honeymoon on your wedding.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing in Father of the Bride, and like he just doesn't get to say goodbye to his daughter because it's so busy at the wedding that she has to get the car. I don't like that.
That makes me really sad.
It's terrible. And then she just calls him from he's packing up the goddamn house and cleaning the house. And she goes, "Hi, Dad, I'm just about to get on my plane. I'm sorry I missed you." And it's like supposed to be this touching moment. And all I can think is, go to your honeymoon the day after, you idiot. Why? What this stupid American thing? You've spent all that money and you leave at 9 o'clock.
Nah.
Yeah.
Also, you've had a long day. Do you really want to be getting on a plane after that?
It's terrible. And
drag it out.
And like, what about if you get on like a late Cuba flight or whatever? And it's like you're pissed. You've been up all day. I mean, women have to get up even earlier to do all the makeup and the hair and stuff, so that you've been up probably. Yeah. I've heard like 6 a.m. been said before.
Yeah, that sounds earlier. Right.
So you're up all day. You're probably pissed if it's not a shotgun marriage. You're pissed. You've been up all day. Oh yeah, I want to get on a flight at 11. I mean, I guess you can fall asleep, but this is terrible. I want to make that movie where somebody dramatizes that honeymoon plane. That sounds terrible. And I think the ending's pretty lame. And then it sort of teeters out. I think it really should. Chris O'Dowd, they should have the making up with Helen before the Wilson Phillips performance. They should have Chris O'Dowd make up with her, and then he comes to the wedding. And then they should end with the Wilson Phillips. Yeah. Instead of having Wilson Phillips, everybody saying goodbye, and then awkwardly going back to the Wilson Phillips and just doing it again.
Yeah, no, I agree. They should have ended with it.
And then there's the sex tape, the after credits sex tape.
That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
Are they actually married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jazz doesn't approve of sex scenes between unmarried couples. Jazz doesn't approve of sex between unmarried people. This is great. Tom's big question. Oh, no, sorry. A few fun facts. Where are we? A few fun facts. It was originally intended that Chris O'Dowd's cop would be American, but everyone was so enamored with O'Dowd's native Irish accent that it was decided he would keep it. Okay, good choice. Where are we? John Hamm became a teacher, a drama teacher, before he became famous, and one of his students was Ellie Kemper, was Becca.
Oh,
That's nice,
that's
isn't it?
cute. I like that. Full circle moment.
Full circle. What if you were in a film, Jazz, with Steve Dykes?
Has he written the film?
Probably. No, I don't think he has, because I once sent him my play script, and he was like, "Your screenplays are probably better. I can't help you with those. You're probably better with those."
I think if I was in a film with Steve, I don't know how I feel about it, because who would he be playing?
Your love interest.
I would leave. Like, I would not do the film. Love you, Steve, and everything, but that's weird.
Well,
No.
who knows? Maya Rudolph was pregnant with her third child during the filming of this movie. Most of the clothes she wore had a belt on them to distract from her stomach.
Oh.
In the original script, the bachelorette party did make it to Vegas, and they planned the scenes they were going to shoot there, but then a little movie came along called The Hangover. Feig felt that it did Vegas so well that anything they did would pale in comparison and feel like, oh, we're just doing that. Well, what if, and then somebody said, well, what if they didn't get there? And then they did the plane instead. Again, I'm guessing 10 times better. Who knows? Maybe Paris would have been excellent, but yeah. Here's a little choice. Did you notice when and when not Kristen Wiig wears her bra?
I know she doesn't wear it in some scenes, but like,
yeah, she does. She wears it with the John Hamm sex scenes, but she doesn't wear it with the Chris O'Dowd. That is supposed to emulate how she feels more comfortable with him.
Oh.
But then they have to do the L-shaped blanket where she has to go, "Oh, good morning." And tagline rundown. The only one I have here is "Save the date." It's kind of shit. Sorry. Let's talk about some Tom's big questions. Oscars. So Melissa McCarthy gets her nomination. Is that the right Best Supporting Actress nomination, or should it have been Rose Byrne?
That's a difficult one.
Because I love Rose Byrne and I think she's hilarious in this. I also think Melissa McCarthy is hilarious.
I'm going to say Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, I'm going to stick. She made me laugh more with just the kookiness of her.
I'm going to go for Rose. Love you, Rose, wherever you are.
Right.
Is that right? Here's an opinion. Is this the best Rebel Wilson thing we've ever had? I know I'm not a Pitch Perfect fan, but like, is this the best Rebel Wilson's ever been?
No, I've got to say Pitch Perfect is better.
Yeah.
Like, her in Pitch Perfect is just hilarious.
Oh, no. I take it back. Cats.
I still haven't watched Cats.
No.
But I'm not planning on
I'm
watching
too scared to.
it
He's
anytime
hitting
soon.
those high notes. He must have been neutered. It's just terrible movie. We'll just take 5 of the Fritz Bernays. Thank you, Whitney. There is no way that they are not just immediately thrown out, have to pay for those wedding dresses that they've shit all over, and there are no way that they get 5 Fritz Bernays wedding dresses from there. There's just not a chance.
That's true.
You don't know what sort of connections Helen has.
Yeah.
Helen Harris III. Right, let's talk about this. Is Lillian a good friend?
I don't think so.
My big thing is, I'm sorry I didn't call any, so she hasn't called her once since Wyoming, since Vegas, until the bridal shower.
She is, I think she's a bad friend. Sorry, she's clearly going through something, and you're like, oh, my wedding, hello. Bad friend. Sorry, don't like her. I like her until like.
How the hell do you not treat her to first class? Thank you for sorting everything else out in my wedding. I'll get you a first class ticket.
They should have done like a, what's it called? A potluck where they all go around and put some money in for her. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, but that feels a bit like a charity case. It's a bit like,
help me, I'm poor.
help me, I'm poor. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think Lillian. Is this the best comedy of the 2010s? I'm going to give you some movies. Comedy movies 2010s. We did this with Superbad. When we did the Superbad episode, we talked about that. I'm going to give you some nominations for the 2010s. Easy A, Booksmart, This Is the End, 21 Jump Street, Game Night, Bridesmaids, obviously, We're the Millers, Bad Neighbors, Ted, Horrible Bosses. Is there anything that rivals Bridesmaids? Don't you come with the hot take that We're the Millers is better than Bridesmaids?
No, no. No.
You guys are getting paid. I do like We're the Millers. I do like We're the Millers a lot. And as we all know, didn't you all watch We're the Millers and were like, oh, you're like Jason Sudeikis, and you made me happy for like a good day.
Yeah, we did, because we were like, if we were in that caravan situation, you would be.
No. I don't like that preamble. As an actor, as a performer, as a person, I say that instead. Not if we were in the very specific plot of We're the Millers.
It is though. Like if we were in the film, that is who you would be.
Yeah.
Like I can picture you wear those. Like I've seen you in the same outfits. Like.
Yeah, that's true. I want you both now to Google Chevy Chase Caddyshack, and I want you to laugh at how much I wear just those clothes.
Okay.
What was it?
Chevy Chase Caddyshack. You got it?
It is the golf one, am I correct?
Yeah, it's the golf one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you in those outfits.
No, I've seen every one of them. Yeah. I think Bridesmaids is the best. I think 21 Jump Street is a close second. What were those faces for? What were your
I've never
faces
watched
for?
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street fucking rules. Ellie Kemper's in it again.
21 Jump Street's really funny.
21 Jump Street or 22 Jump Street, Jazz?
21.
Good choice.
I'm not a fan of 22.
At all?
No, I'm a fan of it, but like in comparison.
My name is Jeff. It's like you're in a cube of ice. He's given us full Kate Blanchett to do whatever we want.
I'm trying to remember what happens in 22 Jump Street.
22, they go to spring break. And he fucks Ice Cube's daughter.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
22 is great. 21 is better, I agree. But 22 is great. Leanne, what was you were both making a face of like, oh.
I really like Easy A, so that's why I'm like,
Easy A.
That was that face.
Love
The bedroom scene in Easy A, that's good. I like that scene.
The dream scene.
The bedroom scene where they're like jumping on the bed to try and convince
pretending
Yeah.
so sex. Yeah.
Love. I'm gonna say Bridesmaids because I've watched Bridesmaids more than Easy A.
Yeah, and Bridesmaids I used to watch on a loop, like constantly.
I love Easy A.
We all know what the best comedy of the past 20 years is.
What?
Ignore him, Tonya. He's all talking no trousers. Little boys who play with fire get their fingers burned. We went to watch Mamma Mia as a family at the theatre on Sunday, and it was so weird watching it and like all the lines being different because I've watched the film so many times. It was so weird.
Was it good?
Yeah. I enjoyed it so much that you should all be amazed that I haven't just changed the entire theme for Saturday to not just be a Greek Mamma Mia themed.
My mum and sister went to the
all
Mamma
night.
Mia party and it
How
was
was
great.
that?
They said it was amazing because it's a lot of money, but like all drinks included and everything. So I would recommend you changing the theme.
Nobody is going to change. Nobody's going to change it. Goddamn. Nobody's going to try. They wanted two of the girls. The hosts wanted a theme from the off, and they were like, "What about a cruise theme?" I was like, "What the hell?" And then I talked with Lauren, my youth correspondent, And she said, nobody's going to dress up. Nobody's going to do a theme. Lauren, who was supposed to be here today.
Theme. Titanic's just so...
The theme is Titanic.
No, there's no theme. There's no theme.
Oh, the theme got retracted.
Yeah, I just put the Titanic sinking because I thought that was a good picture.
Oh, I thought it was Titanic theme.
What were you going to dress as?
Nothing. I was just gonna come and like put like some blood on my neck and be like, oh, I like died in the.
Famously, none of them drew blood. Well, no, that's.
Well,
dark.
then it would have been a
That's
really
dark.
bad costume.
You come as a vampire.
This is not a Twilight.
That would have been great. You would have been great. You fully dressing up as Old Rose and just coming, and nobody else is dressed up, and you come and I'm just like. Leanne gets the text, oh, Jazz is here, Jazz's taxi's just pulled up. And you come on and you go, they said Titanic was the ship of, what are you all, why is nobody dressed up? You just walk in. I can still smell the fresh, what the fuck is, why is everybody just in nice shirt and a nice jeans and a nice shirt? Why have we spent 5 minutes at the end of this Bridesmaids episode talking about a party that will have already happened a year and 10 weeks ago?
Can we come back and review it? Like, can we say
Review
like
the party?
expectations? Yeah, so like, can we say our expectations for the party and then come back and look at it when this podcast gets released and be like, no, it was nothing like that.
We can have an episode recorded. Right, you know what? We're gonna do this live right now. Okay, live right now. You girls are gonna pick the next episode that you're gonna be on. What are you gonna pick? This is a lot of pressure. So maybe we won't do this. Leanne, you're on it for 5 episodes. You've not been on it for 3 years, and now you're going to be on all the IT Crowd episodes, aren't you?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yes.
Wow. I'm not a fan of the IT Crowd, so it's fine.
You're not invited. The
Not flipping invited. What's that from?
what is that from?
It's from EastEnders.
No, not flipping invited.
Yeah, no, I was never a soap child. That's why I smell so
you
bad.
can tell.
Bridesmaids, absolutely excellent. It's been a pleasure, ladies.
Big love.
Yeah, that's about it, really. There's no official sign out. Bridesmaids, woo. No. Leanne, say your favorite line.
Oh, what was my favorite line? I can't even remember now.
Help me, I'm poor.
Oh, help
Yeah,
me!
you said it
I'm
about 8
poor.
times.
Jazz, yeah. Why don't you two say the one line you remember from this 2-hour movie?
I was gonna say the oh, you're really doing it. You're shitting in the street.
That'll do. Bye.
Da ba da ba da ba da da.